setting up chat so I can see what people are typing this time. Wait, I did it. Yeah. So now I've got chat this time. I can see the poggers. Yes, let's go. All right, time to stop being distracted and figure out how to do things. Setting up stream is just technical stuff. In terms of the actual stream and everything, I still have to figure out what's going on. Okay, so what did we do last time? Last time talked about Prim's algorithm, and we had a look at how that might work in Python. If you haven't seen episode 1, you should, because I'm not going to go over everything because then it would take too long. So the link to episode 1 is just cut.ly/jumpcr1. The full link is here, but honestly just use this. It's a link to episode 1. And what else is there to say? How can I summarize this? I guess you have different points. You need to find out the cheapest way of connecting them, so you need all the smallest numbers to connect them up. You can use Prim's algorithm, which is where you draw stuff, or you can do it systematically through using like a table like this. So last episode, I've made the Python text bigger too, by the way. So last episode I noticed that it was really hard to read, so I've made the text a lot bigger. Alright, so last episode we looked at how we can have like a structure of stuff. Let me find my image for this. It's fairly good. And I should probably close some of these so I don't get confused. Yeah. Oh no, that one's actually important. Oh well, I'm just saving it. Yeah, go there. Oh, it's gone. Well, that's fun. Alright, it's fine. I can figure it out. You know, I can reopen it. I actually need that. Just trying to save RAM. Maybe RAM's okay. Okay, so last time we set up this thing. So, did I run this? Let's run it. Oh gosh, everything's so big. So I put in 1, we get an array structure thing. But after doing this, I realize there's a small problem with this. I realize with our algorithm, we're going to have to disregard stuff, which is where you cross it out. In order to cross stuff out, we need to update what's stored in the array. The problem with doing it in just a regular one-dimensional array like this. Hi. Oh, it's still KO issue. That's cool. Yeah, the problem with doing it in an array like this is that you can't really update anything. So if we wanted, after setting this all up, let's say we wanted to change the first element to be, what do I call it? Call it big. Oh boy. Let's call it array. So if I wanted to access the 0th element, so that'll take us to the 0th element of the first array. Oh, the way I should probably talk about where it stores it. So it stores it as like 3 individual lists inside one big list. So if we do array 0, 0, I'll look at the 0th list, which is this one, and I'll look at the 0th item, which is this item here. So in an ideal world, we'd be able to do this and then that. And that would let us update it, but as we will see if we run it, oh, you know, this is silly. Let's comment that out. And let's just assign it. Okay. Oh, why didn't that crash it? Wait, you can do that? No way. You can do that? Straight to whoever Josh is doing. Hello, Zishan. Welcome to the stream. Wait, okay. Hold on a sec. I didn't know you could do that. You could actually just update stuff in the array. Huh. That's making me reconsider how I want to do it. I was going to label everything and just use the labels, but we can just do that. Bro, my brain is just disappearing. I just didn't know you could do that. Is that a good thing or not? Might be quite good to label stuff though. What are the advantages of labeling it or not labeling it? If we label it, then oh, I don't care about efficiency. This whole like the whole point is just to bring it into Python. If I can do that, I'll be very happy. In terms of efficiency, it's not important. That is more efficient, but or we could do that, and then we could. It's going to make it harder to program, but it'll be more efficient. Let's start with doing it as a let's start with doing it as a dictionary, just because it'll be easier to think about. So, so what I think would be good, I should probably talk about the project overview. In terms of the project, I was thinking to start with, we'll just give a piece of data, we'll hard code it in, and make it do Prim's algorithm on it. And then after we've done that, then we can worry about being able to send anything. So eventually we want to be able to give any table in, and it'll be able to tell us Prim's algorithm. But for now, I'm thinking we just hard code one in. So I guess we just need to choose some values. So if you want to just like throw values in chat or something, that would work. Or I can just choose them, I don't really care really. Just thinking viewer interaction stuff. Let's do 4 nodes because that'll make it alright. Do you know much about network theory, Zishan? Or no? Yeah, no, I don't know. Alright, let's just choose some numbers. Oh wow. That's fine. So we'll say there's no connection between A and B. The connection between A and B can be 3. 1, no connection between A and D. But there's no way if I do it from here I'll know what the algorithm looks like. Oh well, it'll be fine. Or is that important? It might be important, Kayoshi. I would use this one, but there's no way of me undoing the crossed out lines I did. Oh, I can copy the network. Let's copy the network. We'll copy the network, but then we'll have to rewrite the matrix because I only have one copy of it. Sad times. Alright, there's our network. I mean, it's kind of boring because it's the same one, but I really don't care. Don't care enough. Boop. ABCD alpha, yeah. We're using, alpha's actually going to be a problem in Python. I hadn't thought of that. I didn't realize I was going to be using it. We're changing it to, what's another joke character we can use that isn't going to cause problems like alpha? I can't think of anything. I'll use Z because I feel like it. But yeah, if we use alpha, that means I need to find the Unicode for alpha and make sure it doesn't cause problems, and it probably does, unless I'm overthinking this, but I'd rather not deal with that. I'd rather just use the standard ASCII ones. Wow. And now we can just draw this in. So now I have to rewrite this, but whatever. So no connection between A and B, 2, A and C, nothing, A and D, nothing, A and Z, 5. In fact, I'll probably try and see as many as I can from here. That looks like a nothing to me. Looks like a 5. I can check for B to Z. B to Z is a 3. Yeah. And then what's B, Z to C? Sorry, I just have to write in these values. There's nothing I can do about it. I need values. Values. Yeah, welcome, Alan. Sigma. Oh, I wish Sigma was an easy Unicode, but it's kind of not. Yeah, I mean, I would use Greek characters, but I'm worried that Python's going to shout at me and be like, that character's not defined. And that'd be bad. What am I doing? I'm so distracted now. Bro. Late night programming for the win. Okay, I don't really need any of the other ones, I don't think. I need that one. That's a 7. Because we can just tell Python to do it, right? So how are we gonna get values like that into there? And I guess we're splitting it by rows. Let me just say we're doing that. So so we're gonna use dictionaries. So one way you can have values stored together is you can have like that, but you can also have them assigned to letters. So here you would say we wanted to print out the first one, we could do that. But then here, you'd use the names instead. It wants me to label it. So here we print out the 0th once we get 1, but here we have to use the names, so we use the A. But names can be really useful, it's what we're going to be using to make this way easier. Actually, I probably should keep this code. Do I need this code? I just don't like deleting code, okay. It scares me because it's not there anymore. Okay, so we need to get these values in. How can I do that? I was going to try and find a fancy way to copy those across, but I think that's actually just going to be more work than just writing out the values, which is a pain, but whatever. Yeah, it is a Z. Yeah, I like sigma. Sigma looks like this, I think, does it? And it means like the sum of, so this would mean like 5 plus 7. Completely overcomplicated for no reason, but it's a cool symbol, I agree. Okay, let's write in more values, sad times. This is what computer science is really about, writing in values on MS Paint. Oh my days. Sick content. And these are dashes, are they? Oh boy. I've confused myself with the rows. I think that's it. Okay, so I guess for now, alright. I'm going to set up some flags here. I guess I should probably talk about flags, but I'll do that in a bit. So this is just so we can be like, we can use these flags instead of these characters, but that will mean these characters. It'll just be good. It will make sense. Now what we're going to call it? Matrix, I guess. Yeah, Sigma's where it's at. What am I doing? Forgotten how to program. Is this the way to do it? Okay, you should please shout at me because you're way better at programming me. You'll tell me I'm doing this all wrong. I'm trying to think if there's a way to automate this. There most definitely is a way to automate this. Or is there? Or do I want to just type everything in? You know what we could probably do? We could probably... I reckon I can automate this. I don't know if I can. No, not C. Gosh, it's really hot in here. Oh. I can't take my headphones off, but that's my microphone. I've got water though. Stay hydrated. Oh. I'm gonna have to name this something. I really hope this works. This is a stupid name. I should have just called it something way shorter. If this works, I'll be very happy though, because I can't be bothered to type it out. Please work. Oh, I need to print it out as well. Oh, it already doesn't like something. Key error A. No, I actually have to type it out. That's kind of dumb. Yeah, no, this is important because this is going to be. I'll explain. This corresponds. This corresponds to this symbol. It's like there's nothing, but then there's something here. But that didn't work. Okay, issue. What am I doing wrong? Doesn't want me. I can't assign things to something that doesn't exist yet. Well, that's annoying. I've got a way that I can make it. It's still inefficient, but it's better than it could have been. This is going to be Epic Gamer, okay? I'm going to save time. Because otherwise I'm going to have to type everything out manually, and I just can't be bothered. But you need data structures, man. I could also save time by just doing it like I realized I could, but then I kind of like naming things. Feels a lot nicer to me anyway. Okay, what I'm thinking is, Just pull that out. Well, we saved some time. Not very much. It's meant to be a lot smoother than it was. Please work. Hey, now we got a lot of fun stuff happening. It's bringing it out as what's stored in empty rather than empty, which is what I told it to do. I just hadn't thought about that was a thing. Why did I do that? That's the big question. Josh, you need to create the first line. I've done it, haven't I? You have a question, go for it. Please put me out of my misery. Ask a question so I have something to talk about. Oh no, scrambling my name. That makes sense. What's the question though? I'm interested. Oh wait, I have to wait for stream delay. Okay. Okay, what's happening? I'm realizing it'd be better just to name these variables what they are. Then that's kind of silly because it's like, but then it's actually going to be better in the long run. So now what we can do is, oh, I've written out all of them, excellent. Okay. What's the question though? The suspense is killing me, man. We have the matrix now though, we don't need to deal with any of this nonsense. Oh wait, let me run it one more time so we got it with empties. So we can be out of here. How it feels to have long data structures in Python. We can now, we kind of want commented out code somewhere else. Let's make a separate window for that. I don't know why I'm keeping code, it makes 0 sense, but it's okay. One day I'll be like, wow, I'm so glad I saved this code. When you write them as 5k. How do you prove that the product, oh my gosh, what's happening? Product of consecutive multiples of 5 are even. How do you prove that the products to consecutive multiples of 5? Yeah, okay, she said. How do you say English in multiples of 2? Turn your caps off. I mean, it made it quicker to read for me, so I'm not complaining. Alright. The only problem is, I don't think chat can be seen on playback, which is a big problem for me, but oh well. It's worth reading chat, I don't care. Okay, so now we've got a matrix. We have the symbols. This is now completely irrelevant, so let's put it in the land of irrelevant. I can delete that because it's over there now. Because now we can just go for k1 and matrix. ES for element symbol. I'm gonna have to write out, still gonna have to write out things. This will make sense one day, hopefully. No, that can disappear. We don't need that anymore. We need that though. I don't think, I mean, unless you can think of, yeah, Kayoshi's epic. Kayoshi is the maths genius here. I'm just an imposter trying to be Kayoshi, basically, if I'm being honest with you. So, I'm just gonna have to type them out. There's no faster way, I don't think. Unless I'm doing something stupid and there's a way faster way of doing stuff. Wait, I should also separate these out so it's easier for us to read what's going on. This is probably the fastest way to do it. I mean, if you know of a fast way, please say, but this seems pretty fast to me. honestly looks epic as well, so yeah. We get out here. That makes sense? So we've got our empty flag up here, which is a flag, hence why we've given it capital letters. We've assigned it to E, so make it quicker to type. Now we've got our elements in an array. Now we can append them to here. So the way we're going to do that is every time we cycle through, the way this code works is we're just going for row in matrix, for element in row. So it's going to go boom, 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 and we're going to, every time, going to increase our counter variable by 1 with that code there. It's just an abbreviation of this, but in Python you can do that to make things quicker. What we're going to do is we're going to do matrix row ID ES equals elements I. And that should work. If all goes to plan. Let's see if that worked. I hope that works. Oh, we out here. Bro, look, we've created a data structure. We big boys now. So there we go. So now our AA. So to show this works, dab. I know, that was a dab emoji. Oh, Daisy's here. Welcome to the stream, Daisy. I'm doing maths and computer science at the same time because nobody got time for studying one at a time. You have to study both at once. I don't know. So to prove this works, we can choose any element here. So if chat wants to type any element they want, they can. I'll show an example one. So say, for example, we wanted to find, C, B. Need two letters between A and D or Z. I'm not going to get a recommendation for chat. That's okay. So for example, we could do. So here we're doing row B, element C. And to show this works, it should print out our empty flag, which is just the word empty now. There we go. Let's choose something more specific. Let's say we wanted to. K is a nice letter, I agree. Let's say we wanted to do this 7 here to prove it works. That's CD. And so this is a lot clearer than using our array stuff. Like here, this is very confusing. Here it's clear what's going on. So it took some time to set up the data structure, but we'll thank ourselves when the coding gets harder later, I assume. Unless everything's easy, in which case, yeah, so we got 7. Poggers, it works. We did a thing. Okay, now what? Now I have to figure out how to do Prim's algorithm. Let's go. Okay, so Prim's algorithm, how does it work? We choose an element. I need to save this code, really. This code is important, but for now we can just go. We can reassign matrix here to our updated matrix with all the correct elements. And now, this code is important, but it's irrelevant for now, so let's put it into the irrelevant vault. Oh, what is happening? No, I needed that image. Ah! Tabs everywhere. Alright, into the realm of irrelevant. Slightly less irrelevant. Oh, I should probably ask, how much do you know about network theory, Daisy, if you're still in the stream? If not, it's chill. Okay, people are just talking about KH's name, that's cool. I mean, I don't really have enough time to go through network theory in too much detail now, but I can go in a bit if you want to know what's happening. If not, it's chill too. It's basically just computer science and maths at the same time, like I said earlier. Okay, so we've got a matrix. We've got the matrix here. Where is it? I closed it. No! Here it is. No, this is the wrong one. Oh, this is why you name files, guys. Okay, so we've got the matrix here. We've got it written so it's coordinated in terms of rows first, then columns. So we can index anything in terms of rows and columns. I know nothing about what is happening there. Basically, we've turned this here grid, which you can think of like in terms of coordinates. So we got the r-axis here in terms of x and y. It's basically a grid of values that we can look up. What do I use this? Oh yeah, C for columns. And basically, now we can look up any value here. So like I was saying earlier, if we wanted to look up the value AB, we can. We can just be matrix A, B. So basically what is just a written diagram here, we've turned into a more dynamic system and a computer program here. So this is the exact same thing, but now we can interact with it. So it gives us 2, which is this value here. We can interact with it, which is going to be important for Prim's algorithm I'm about to do. Just spitting straight facts. I think that makes sense. Does that make sense? It's basically like coordinates, but it's a matrix, is what's happening here. And that's all that's happened so far. What we're going to do next, we're going to try and mimic a human algorithm with a computer. So the way a human would do it, oh, I want to keep that, but I want to uncircle out here. Boop. Okay, that works. So the human algorithm is, we can ignore this other stuff. The human algorithm is use circle A, is just an algorithm I'm following. It's called Prim's algorithm. It's just a set of steps that you follow. And it states to first circle the first element, so we do that. And then it wants us to cross out this list. So we've got to figure out a way to interact in here with this code to do that. But yeah. So I think that's not too hard. The first step isn't too hard. All right, let's comment out that. We don't need that. Prim's algorithm on matrix. What do we name this? Oh, we can call it Sigma here. Matrix Sigma. We're officially naming it Matrix Sigma. I hope you're happy, Zishan. Alright, there we go. So we got Matrix Sigma, and all we want to do to start with is just cancel row A. But I think that's not too difficult. I think for ID in matrix A. So all we're saying here is for every element in matrix in the row A, that's what this code's saying, because we're saying matrix and then we're indexing A. So A will give this whole row because we index by rows and then by columns. So we're putting just an A, do it like that. I think it's as simple as matrix indexed A, indexed ID. So that'll do every ID. And this loop, I think it's as simple as that. I think that's it. That should work. Let's see. So that should replace the entirety of, there we go, replace the entirety of row A with, oh no, we don't want empty. We're not emptying, now we're disregarding stuff. Disregard. There we go. There we go. So now the computer's like, okay, we're ignoring that section. That's the first step of Prim's algorithm. That wasn't as difficult as I thought. It was literally 2 lines of code. Let's go. That's what happens when you organize stuff well. Yeah. No, but when you organize stuff, for some reason, everything just becomes easier to code. We literally did that in 2 steps. The computer does it quicker than I do already. Oh my gosh. Automation is amazing. Now what do we do? Oh boy, now we need to compare these 2 and choose one of them. Now this is where the algorithm gets a bit more complicated. So what 2 things do we need to get? We need to get which number's smaller, so we need to give it the number 2 and 5. And then we need to pick up the idea that corresponds to it. Okay. We want total. For now, we just want total. Okay, so there's our total. So we need to give it everything in column A. I think we want to function it. Yeah. I'm going to set up a function here. Define get column A. No. Get column ID. We could give it a default value if we wanted. I'm not going to, I don't think that's clear here. And what we need is a matrix that will return all the elements. So we need an algorithm that will give us these items. Wait, why don't I just circle them in them? There we go. I want to return these items. The reason why it's not so easy is because we've set them up like rows, which means that we have to look at a row at a time. So we have to go row first time, row second time, first time, row first time. We'll get return array. I should make that a shorter variable name. I could probably just go with that. That's probably acceptable. Oh, and we probably want IDs. Yeah, let's be responsible. Oh boy, when we generalize this code, it's going to be really difficult. For a specific array, not too bad, but when we generalize it, oh gosh, that's when things are going to get tricky. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, that's okay. We can make things quicker for ourselves by doing that. It's been a long time without you, my friend. Right, now we've got an empty return array of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we can access the matrix, but then we won't be accessing the correct matrix. So we have to pass in the matrix. That's okay, we can pass in the matrix. We could global it. I hate global variables, but maybe it's... We were only just talking one time, Zishan, Alan and I, because I know those people. We're talking about global variables. Apparently they're gross, but they're actually kind of epic, so we're using it. Yeah, that's responsible. I just can't be bothered, basically. It'll work better than passing it through anyway, probably. Okay. Yeah, shout at me if you're using a global variable, please. Oh, wow. We've got some serious emoji spam going on here. Let's go. I wish I could join. Oh, wait, I can join. No, but... Vocals. Oh, let's go. What am I doing? I'm so sidetracked. Okay. For S in matrix. Matrix S A. Return array S equals SA. Return array, and let's see if it worked or not. Print get column. No, this is messy. We don't want to use a global variable. We want to pass in the matrix for sure. Oh gosh. I'm going to pass in the matrix. Passing in is where it's at. I changed my mind. So what we're doing is we're saying, oh gosh, that's not how you use a function. Column ID. So we want to get column. No, get column. So this should give us an array of everything. Call it array. It's not an array. It's a dictionary. Because we changed our mind on it. Oh, I have to change it in 3 places. That's not so bad. Return dictionary. Dictionary just means we've labeled all the items in the array. So instead of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, it's A, B, C, D, Z. Oh no, I haven't finished the code. If this works, then it's going to be a big PogChamp. Oh wow, it worked. Yay, right? There we go. So what it's done is it returned the row here, the column. That was an important function to write, I think, because if I hadn't have written the function, I would have had to repeat a lot of code later. So it's just giving us that array with these indexes, because that makes sense. And it will give us less pain later on. Okay. Yeah, everything's making sense so far, hopefully. I don't know. Let's keep moving on. So now we can get a column. So what do we call it? Oh, call it column A. So we've got column A. We've disregarded row A. We're getting column A because we need to look for the smallest value in column A. And now we can start looking through it, except we can't because we've got these values. We've got 2 empty values and 1 disregard value. Computer's not going to know how to deal with that stuff because that's very human stuff. So I'm going to create a second procedure / function. Is this a function or a procedure? It's going to be a function. Everything's a function here. This is all about functional programming because it's an algorithm. So what am I doing here? Let's call it we also need to tell it what to get rid of. But here we're just going to have empty or disregard, so I'm just going to how do I want to do this? So what we're saying here is you have to pass in a dictionary to strip, and by strip I mean we're just getting rid of these guys. So we're getting rid of any empty values and we're getting rid of disregard values because the computer is not going to be able to deal with them, so we need to get rid of them for it. And again, putting it inside a function is just going to save time later, because every time we want to do this, which presumably will happen quite a lot, we can save time. So do the same thing. Return dictionary equals, yeah. Oh, but we're just looking for the smallest. Is there any way I can do this how I want to do it like that? All we could do is we could put it inside a different structure. I want a different structure. Let's do it like this. Is there a type command? What will this return? Oh. Okay. Did that work? That did not work. I did not know you could do that. Oh, you need to go, yeah. That's fair. See you in a bit, Kyoshi. Thanks for supporting the stream. I hope that there was something here. Okay. For symbol in dictionary. We should do for ID in the dictionary. If a dictionary, which is just going to be whatever dictionary is passed in through the array. Oh, we want type. We want to check the type. No. D. Int. So we're saying if we've got. No, it was right before. We're looking to see if the value in it is what's happening. Wow. It's rough. Okay. So we're saying, what are we saying? We're saying if this value is an integer, so here it's a disregard, here it's a disregard. Oh, we disregarded that. So here it'd be 2. So for this particular element, it would be like, okay, that's cool. That's what we're looking at here. Turn array dot append. We're setting up a tuple here. We're appending a tuple. This is a mini array with a fixed size. So it's a mini array of fixed size 2 with 2 elements, which is going to be our number, and it's going to be the ID of that number. So I'm going to return that array now. I think that's all we need to do here. And that should literally now we can do this. So this is the equivalent of like if you had a equals input, that would give you an input as a string. And then if you were to say you knew the user was going to input an integer here, you could do a int a to transform the a into an integer from a string. So basically doing the same thing here. But here we're stripping the dictionary of any things that aren't numbers, so we're going to cancel this. Why is that blue? Blue's stupid. Let's go red. Everything's red though. Oh well. Let's go blue. So we're cancelling that because it's not a number, cancelling that because it's not a number, cancelling this number because it's disregarded. So now it's time to find out if it actually worked or not. We can do that by just printing column A to make sure it's in the correct format. To make sure everything went alright. Did it? Hey, it did. So now we've only got 2 with key B and 5 with key Z. Okay, that should work. can put these together. I don't need the same one, that was just a demonstration. Or I could put it in my relevant text thing. Let's do that. Here it is. Okay, I can delete that. So currently we've got two functions, getting a column, stripping the dictionary of anything that isn't integer. Then we use the get column to get the column. We transform it so we just got numbers. Now we can do, what do we want? Do we want smallest or biggest? Oh, we want smallest, it's prims. Ah, that means we need a big number. Oh, that's not fun. Oh, we want smallest. That means we need to pass another constant at the top. Let's assign it down here. What am I going to call it? And this is going to have to be a constant because we don't know if the big number is big enough. And then we can just hit a really big number here. There we go, it's pretty big. You like that blue? Oh, the blue text. Is this making any sense? Is anything making any sense? Don't know. Let me know in the chat. If not, it's fine. I can maybe try and explain a bit. For objects. Oh, I can't use object. What word shall I use instead of object? Choose element. No, I want. But we can't use E. I've used E earlier. Should be fine. They can figure it out, hopefully. For element in column A, if E, yeah, and the other thing I want to do, I should bring all my constants down here. I'm going to do that now because these constants are important. I'm also going to put the matrix assignment down here. So there's our functions. Here's our prims algorithm on matrix. Sigma, which is there. So we've got a big number, empty, disregard. And we can use an algorithm later on to make sure this big number is bigger than all the numbers in here. Because if it's not, our algorithm will break, but that's fine. Just got it as a constant, it's all good. If you can't tell what's happening to it, I've definitely messed up my communication, but that's okay. These things happen. Did you ever really like maths, or are you not a maths person? Daisy of Doom. Because if you don't take maths and you're not a maths person, then it's like game over as far as I'm concerned. But if you're into maths, then I've failed. I don't know, this is a lot of computer science, to be honest. I've strayed away from maths. Episode 1 was a lot of maths, this is a lot of computer science. The main focus is computer science, really, hence my YouTube channel name. Okay, what am I doing? If E 0 smaller than smallest equals E0. We could actually put this on one line if we wanted to, and I do want to, so I'll put it on one line. Are we trendy? Psychology. Psychology is where it's at. Psychology is cool. It's really difficult though, I think. From hearing people talk about it, I'm like, oh my goodness. It's like science, but not quite science, so it ends up being harder than science, I think. It's like English literature, but science. It's very confusing. So what we're saying here, we're saying for our element in column A, okay. No, we can't put this on one line because we've got a second line of code to put within the selection. Equals E. Target key. Target ID equals none. Target ID equals E1. So what we're saying here is if every time we find a new smallest, which is going to be smaller than big number because we made sure big number is very big, and it'll make it smaller. So here we got 2, 5. So if it was 5, 2, it would put 5 in the smallest when it gets to 5, and then it would pass through to the second one. When it gets to 2, it would replace it with 2. But here, because it's 2, it'll put 2 in the smallest. Get to 5, it'll be like, oh, 5's too big, and then... Not really into maths. Economics. Does Zishan take economics? Oh my days, why? Top 10 questions. No, actually I like, what am I talking about? Economics is cool, it's like statistics, isn't it? Statistics from maths? I can get on board with statistics, unless that's not what economics is, I have no idea. You should tell me about that, Zishan, while I try and do some coding. So this should work. This should give us 2 and it should give us B. Print smallest target ID. Hey, it's given us 2 and it's given us B. So because we've got the smallest and because we've got biggest, because we've got smallest and because we've got B, we can do total plus equals smallest. So we can add, let me go back to the image so I can explain what's happening. Boop, 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 that is irrelevant. Irrelevant. 1. So what we've done here is we've scanned this, we've gone, oh, the reason I'm being confused boy here is that I want to get rid of the 7 box so I can use that color. So what we've gone is we've gone, oh no, I want red anyway. Red's where it's at. It's just better. So what we've gone is we've gone 2 smaller than 5. That has ID B. Oh, so now what's next is we need to say, okay, it's B. So we need to cancel row B. It's really quick to disregard a row though, so we can make this super fast. And then we need to also highlight that row. It's just statistics. Fair enough. Yeah, Alan was right with the all caps. I guess you're just an all caps user. You know, I can't question that. We could totally put this in a function. I really don't need to, but I want to. Disregard row. Oh, I need ID. Is that how we're setting up these functions? Yeah. I guess I can call it row ID if I want to be more specific. I can just copy paste that code in there. Keep things organized. Oh, I have to pass in the matrix as well. Can I default a matrix? I can't. That's fine. So now we can make this general. And we can just say, I've spelled disregard so wrong, I don't care. As long as I spell it consistently, it doesn't matter. And that'll do the exact same thing. And that means we can reuse the code here. It just makes the code a bit more readable. So disregard row. Target ID. Matrix. So that'll disregard whichever one's smallest than that ID, which we've got. And then, how long have I been streaming for? That's the big question. I can't see how long, but I think I started about 9. Looks right to me. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just moving code. Yo, Zishan, how long have I been streaming for? Although, to be honest, if I just do this another time, it's the exact same thing, just another time. So maybe it doesn't matter if I don't break it up to episodes. I've done a lot. It'd be cool if I could get the whole of Prim's algorithm working on matrix sigma. That'd be epic. But that might be too much of a stretch for today. So disregarded row B. So the next step is we can get column A and B really quick. So we can get column A, we can get column. No, we can make this even more optimized if we really wanted. Do I want to? No, I really don't. Too much braining. get the column, get rid of all the nonsense, strip the column like that, so we get rid of the nonsense that we don't need. No, we don't know if it's column B or if what it is yet. We'll do it for target, column target, because we don't know that it was B. It just so happened to be B. Ah, so many things you don't think about. But this is definitely way too specific to matrix sigma in terms of generalizing this code. It's going to be a challenge. Might even have to rewrite a lot of code, I don't know. They're both just 5 and Z. No, that's not right, because we've got 5 and 3 here. Why? So why doesn't it work? Something's happened. I don't know what went wrong though. I didn't think I'd done enough for something to go wrong. But it knows it's B. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, you need to go out. 50 mins? Oh, that's not so long. I thought I'd been going longer than that. Yeah, fair enough. Watching math streams when you don't like maths is, I don't know. If you want to do that, I guess. I guess it's more computer science, but yeah. See you in a bit then. Oh, I'm going to start a timer just so I know how long I've been going. 50 minutes plus, however more I do now. Oh no, why did my stream... Oh, I'm watching it through Discord. Oh, my brain. Okay. Alright, I've still got a viewer. I don't know who it is though. But that's fine. So why doesn't it work? Because that should be 5, it should print out 5D Z3. So I've done something stupid somewhere. That is the stupid. Yeah, that's the stupid. That is the stupid. We found the stupid. Oh, it's you, Alan. Hey, Alan. Then there was one. Is this making sense? Shall I explain anything, or do you not really care enough for me to bother trying to do that? What are your thoughts? Oh, water time. That's way too long of a name. But I kind of like it. And then I probably want to put a 2 just so I know it's related to the second iteration. That's so messy. But you gotta do what you gotta do. We can call it thing here because I really couldn't care less. And that long name's so long we're just going to copy and paste it on the clipboard the whole time. And copy paste that code. We can't do that because that's on the clipboard now. Very cool. I know. Commented out these. Okay, cool. Now we've got a matrix of 5C, 5D, 3Z. We can copy code, but I'm not sure how. We can copy this code. But how? Oh, I know how. No, what does this code do? We can call it choose best or something. Let's do that. Yeah. Though it's not a very well defined function, but but that's okay. Choose best. What inputs are there? Possibilities. That variable name's way too long, but that's okay. You can just reassign it to p inside the function. Possibilities. Initial smallest. You can do a default value here. Fancy times. A default value is where you do this. You put inside here equals. So that means if you don't get given a parameter, it uses this by default. It's a cool Python thing. Initial smallest, possibilities, what else? Matrix, is that all we need? I think that's it. Cool. Okay. I can just copy paste code, can't we? I'm overthinking this. Copy paste code. I really want to get this first step of the program finished before finishing. It's the goal. So for element in, instead of column A, it's going to be possibilities. Oh wait, we renamed that P. That's a lot easier. If E0 is smaller than smallest equals, seems good to me. Smallest. We'll copy that definition. This is a cool thing you can do. So you can remind yourself of function definitions. We can go like that. And then remind ourselves of what it returns. So equals choose best possibilities 2. I think I just called this constant big number. I did. I'm going to put that here to remind me of that. Okay, got a big number. What else does it want? It wants the matrix. There's the matrix. Let's see if it did its job correctly or not. And then I have to figure out if it did it or not by using my diagram. Computer science. It doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? Wait, let me read the error again. Non-default argument follows default argument. Ah. Because this. Yeah, we'll just change the argument order. Basically what it's saying is because it's a default argument, it wants it at the end. So you can skip writing this argument. You could write just these two. That makes a lot of sense. So it should work now. I should change that here as well. I also need to change it in here. And it's actually better having it at the end. That's actually better. I should have done that from the beginning. I just didn't think about it. I didn't think about the fact I had to pass in a number. Initial smallest is not defined. Fair enough. No, it's because it's inital instead of initial. Okay, it's saying the smallest number is 3. It's saying that the ID that I need to cancel is Z. Let's find out if it's correct. That is not the correct image. Neither is that. Yeah, it's correct. That is correct. Oh, so close, but yeah, not quite there. Oh, so close. So it's identified that, wow, the computer's learning so fast, and I am teaching it with code as we speak the whole time, but still, it's learning so fast, it's growing up so quickly. Okay. What's happening? So it should have a total of 2 so far, does it? Have a total of 2? It does. Sign. I'm going to write it out in full because I feel like it. Wow, what a comment. Now this is where we cancel it. Do I remember the method name for cancelling? Nope. Disregard row matrix. Oh, this is actually a procedure. Why does that work? Oh, because we reference pass in matrix. That's more advanced than I realized. Well, it works. It's the great thing about Python. Sometimes things work and you don't realize they should, but they do. Alright, let's disregard row. Third row disregarded. Okay, so we've cancelled another row. I guess I could check it's done that if I really wanted, but I trust the algorithm at this point. So what's happening? So we got that. It could be actually not got a collection of different things, so maybe that's the way we want to do it going forwards. Because before we constructed the possibilities array by just doing 2 statements of do this, but we could automate all of this if we need to, which we might want to do. How would that look? I mean, in an ideal world, I'd start here with that, but I've already done it that way. I kind of just want to move forwards with this in like a linear way. This is a pretty big mess that needs fixing next time. That's okay though. Things are happening, so that's okay. We'll call it P array for possibilities because that's kind of a cool name, I think. What do we do here? We get column A, get column. All right, we've got a new idea. Target IDs. Target IDs. Yeah, that works. So far we got A. We never saved target ID there. That's not good. We need it saved. Oh no. It's alright, I got this. Dot append, what am I appending? Appending the target ID. So what we're doing here is we're saying the target IDs we've got to start with just A, because just A is circled, then B becomes circled. So we circle it by appending it like that. And here this isn't used, but then we're going to use it down here. So now it's already defined, so we can just append our new target ID. Oh. Oh, you've missed a lot. You missed the you've missed the whole of episode 1, which is the link to episode 1 is here if you're interested. It's cut.ly/jumpcor1. So there's a lot of maths content there of what's going on, and then there's this whole stream. So like, I'm not even going to begin to try and explain what's going on here, but I can try and explain what I'm doing at each step. But in terms of the bigger picture, this is what's happening, and we're implementing it as code. This is an algorithm called Prim's algorithm. It's used in network mathematics stuff. Not really, it's used in like decision mathematics. It's an algorithm that lets us figure out the cheapest way to connect things. It's the long story short of what's happening. Oh, you're heading out? Yeah, I've seen a bit, Alan. I hope this was somewhat interesting. If not, that's fine. But yeah, have a good. It's not a weekend, it's a week. Have a good week. See you, Alan. All right. What am I doing? So we've just circled Z, because this algorithm now says we need to look at these values or these values. So how does that look? That's a good question. Let's make an array called columns. Now let's make it a dictionary called columns. Can I really not just assign thing? Oh, that is not how you spell columns. I really am annoyed you can't just do this. Like, why, Python? Can I not do that, really? That should be doable. Oh, you can. Why wasn't it letting me do it earlier? Very confusing. Oh gosh. That's not going to run. It does work. I feel so scammed. That wasn't working earlier. What we've done is we've said what this does, or you can see what it's done here. It converts this thing here to this thing. So we're saying that the value A within the dictionary columns has the value 5. But it wasn't working earlier. Now it's working fine. Okay. Well, in that case, we should be able to just automate all of this. We can just go in target IDs. No, but then we've already used that variable name. Oh, it overrides it, I think. We should be okay. What's happening? Columns target ID equals get column. This code feels like a mess, but I feel like that bit should work. Oh, no worries. See you in a bit. Thanks for checking on the stream. But yeah, if you're interested in what's going on, watch a bit of episode 1, or not. Depends how you're feeling. See ya. Alright. I guess I'm continuing solo. It's probably for the best. What even happens now? Whoa, it's done a lot. Oh wow, this is super cool. Why didn't I think of doing this sooner? This is the way to do it. What am I doing? I don't know what the arguments are for strip column. Should write out documentation for that one too. A strip dictionary. I should rename it strip column really. Oh, strip dictionary is fairly good, to be fair. I wouldn't have remembered it though. Oh, it returns it as an array. That's fine, we can override. Strip column's still better, but I've already called it that, so... Oh, you know what, we can do an epic gamer move. It doesn't even matter that we've already named it. I don't know if you know what's coming, but I do. Such a messy way of doing it. This should work. It's gross, but it should work. Oh, we don't even need to pass those in. No, we do. We do. Need to be a responsible program, pass them in. So now we can have it called strip column and strip dictionary, and strip column just is strip dictionary. Excellent. For anyone who doesn't know, in terms of context, that just means remove these markers. It's a very computer science thing. There's nothing other than computer science here. It's just numbers and symbols. Thank you. It's barely code, it's a lot of maths, but the problem is we're deep into the maths roots of what's happening here. It's been going on for like an hour and 10 minutes or something, so things are very complicated at this point, especially if you've not like seen what's happened from the start. If you saw it from the start, it would make a lot of sense what's happening. We're doing a very simple algorithm here, but with code. And I'm trying to talk through what's happening at every point, but yeah, if you start at this point, like, there's no way of understanding what's going on, so yeah. But it's all very technical. It's all very technical. Got a double N there. That should work. Let's find out if it worked. Nope. It's because we got a double N. Excellent. Just what we like. Oi! Oh gosh. It's empty. Because they're all either disregarded or empty. Really? Check this out. Oh, yeah, fair enough. So we should get just a 5 here with a D, and a 3 and 11 with a C and a D. Five with a D, 3 and 11 with C and a D. Yeah, this is so much better way of doing it. Oh wait, but now we might as well where's the P array here? Do we delete that? We might as well just go straight in. Oh no, this is a better way of doing it. Yeah, I guess I should probably end here. It's annoying because I want to get all the way to the end, but it's not happening. So, we should be able to print out our total, which so far is 5, because it's done done 2 plus 3, 5, and then we circled Z. And we've started work on that. So what have we done so far? I need to remember so I know what I'm doing next time. Got some columns. What are the columns? Oh, we're creating 3 columns. We go to green. Oh yeah, no, if you want to. If you're interested in maths and computer science, then go for it. If not, then I would not recommend it. Depends if you've ever thought, oh, I wonder how maths transitions into computer science. If not, like honestly, not the right video. Yeah, have a good time, whatever you're doing. Probably more fun than this. This is pretty crazy. Three columns. That's what we've done so far. We've set up 3 columns. Yeah, so we've just figured out what those are. And we've also ditched these. They're gone. Don't exist. Yeah. That ought to help me figure out what's going on next time. And I might tidy up the code. Do I want to tidy up the code? Trying to figure figure out what's happening. It's a lot of code. What functions are we? Oh my goodness. This is IDLE, so there's no way of hiding stuff. So we can probably, in between this episode and next episode, we can probably tidy up. We can replace strip dictionary with strip column. Although the double definition is quite cool. No, it's not. Double definition is not cool. We can replace this with this, so that's something I need to remember. Oh, I need to create a checklist. Alright, just because I want everything to be followable from beginning to end. I don't know how followable it is so far, but followable. Hey, followable, like that. To be followable. Yeah. To do between F1 and 2. Right, so here's the things we need to do. Need to I could do this as an array. We need to convert strip dict and strip column into just for those of you who are here without context, these are just all computer science things. As I said earlier, by that we literally just mean, oh no, I've cancelled stuff. Basically, oh, it's all math stuff. I haven't got what I need. Basically, you see these dashes here? What we're doing is getting rid of them is all we mean by stripping it. So it'll be, instead of -57 -11, it'll just be 5711, which are the numbers we need. Okay. That's one thing that I can do in between episodes. What else needs tidying up that I can do? Get column, strip column, disregard row. I guess I can look into function function documentation. I can explain what that means next time if I need to. If it doesn't work, then I don't need to, because it's just not going to work. Column A equals get column. Matrix. So we've got column A here. I can fix this up. I should probably end the stream, but I need to map out what I'm going to be doing in between and in stream. Place code under first iteration with function call. Oh, by the way, like, you could probably stop watching this episode now if you're watching still. If you're not, then it makes sense, because I'll be going over this next episode, explain what's going on here, hopefully. Right now I'm just trying to map it out so I know for next time. I guess this is messy. It's all messy. This is documentation stuff. That's not nice. Make documentation stuff less messy. So we can put this documentation stuff in a separate file, would be a very good idea. What else is there? I think that's it. Oh, what's happening here? It's weird, but I can do that in an episode. What is this? Oh, this is our end thing. Just generally fix up the code row. Oh, there's a lot of mess at the top as well. Oh, it's gross. I need to put this code somewhere else. Will I fix that in between episodes? Do we need any of this code? I'll move it next episode. Fix the top of the code. Okay, so in between this episode and next episode, I'm just going to be doing these two things. So we're going to combine these two. Which ones? I'm going to combine these two functions into one function called strip column. And we're also going to be, anytime, I guess I have to go over this. No, I'll just go over it now. I'm going to make it into strip column. And then we are going to make sure anytime we call this function, I replace the code with calling this function instead, because that's the only function that's going to exist. And I'm going to look into fast documentation. I'll tell you what I found about this at the start of next episode. That's it, really. Okay, I guess I can end that episode there. Gosh, I was streaming for ages. Oh my goodness. Was it a good idea? I don't know. Yep, and that's that then. Alright, I think everything that's been said has been said. That's the end of this episode. There'll be more stuff next